take an example of Kodak.
Mm-hmm.
The saying, the Kodak moment,
Mm-hmm.
was with photography.
Mm-hmm.
A 200-year-old company, nobody thought they could go bankrupt.
Right.
It wasn't that the Kodak went bankrupt. It took millions of people along with that, displaced them. Do you remember those 1-hour photos?
Mm-hmm.
The franchises, I mean, I remember growing up, people talking about, I just bought 3 franchises and put all my retirement money into that because it's making a lot of money.
Yeah.
But think about it, people who were making those machines, people who were making those films, people who were making those paper, and all the related stuff that goes, what I call the supply chain. By Kodak just closing, it displaced millions of people. And the amount of damage that it did, there's a lesson to learn. What are the 2 biggest industries which has the world economies? Apparel and automotive.
Yeah.
Both of them are sitting at a very vulnerable stage. Just imagine an automobile company. It's not just General Motors or Ford or Chrysler or Fiat or Mercedes. It's the number of people involved in the supply chain, people who make the components related to that automobile, people who live in those towns, people who service those towns, the schools, the hospitals, the shopping, all the people who depend on top, which is the main employee of the product. And if that product disappears, what happens to all the people? Elon Musk did an amazing job 12 years ago coming up with electric car and really changing the paradigm of the automobile industry. No more dealers, no more service centers. That thing is a reality now. All of a sudden, the big giants are waking up and saying, you know what? We're in trouble. In the meantime, this guy already has the data, the information, the 12 years of driving habits of the people, what they need. He's been correcting it. We don't have those people. We have great engineers at mechanical level, the electrical level, the hydraulics level in the automobile industry. But the kind of talent that we need for electric cars, that's a different breed of people. What happens to all these people related? Same thing in the garment industries. We have brands who have major suppliers, who have thousands of people working.
You mentioned Kodak. Kodak is interesting because they actually invented digital photography.
They did.
And they didn't understand it. They didn't know what they had in their hands. GM created an electric car that was actually viable and working and everything 30 years ago.
That's right, EV.
And they killed it.
Yes.
Because they were afraid that it was going to be a competitor to the bulk of the business. Musk came in with a completely different attitude. He knew nothing about car manufacturing, which was kind of part of the teething problems they had. But he came with a fresh approach, and he understood that he had to control the core of the product, which is the battery. And nobody else has understood it yet, because everybody else is jumping on the electric car bandwagon. But they don't understand that if they don't have access to batteries, they got nothing. They got 4 wheels and a motor, but it's not going to go anywhere. So the guy really understood the whole thing because he came with a fresh approach. And